In today's video, we're going to be taking the controller off the Rideal, investigating, trying to figure out how to add a second battery as well as changing out the screen. Taking off the controller is pretty challenging. You have to remove these screws. They have Loctite on them, and really all you have to do is press really hard into the frame and twist. Now the bottom two are the worst because they're so close to the frame that you have to get a really tiny screwdriver. And if you've ever tried to unscrew something that's really close and you have to use one of those little screwdrivers, it's pretty hard. So try not to strip your screws. So right underneath the crank there is a power cable. It is a 2-prong cable. Looks like we may be able to split this at some point and connect a second battery, but I'm gonna have to investigate further. This is the power cable. Basically the two ends just connect together. There's arrows like the normal connectors. And that cable goes straight up through the frame to the other side on top where the battery housing is located. So there is a second cable there that goes all the way up to the top next to the fork. And that houses all the cables for your front headlight, your two brake sensors, your throttle, and your screen. So this is where the control cable is. Basically it splits right next to the handlebar up to the screen. So it looks like we may be able to connect the display right here. We'll have to take it apart and try to see. After all that, checking your cables, we can take the controller apart, look inside, and see what's going on with that. There's just 4 Phillips screws. There's no Loctite or anything on it. They were pretty easy to get off. The housing's metal, so it's well made and easy to remove. Now there's a bunch of the silicone stuff inside of it. I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe it's like a fire retardant or something like that. It could just be to kind of keep people out of it, scare them away per se. But nothing's gonna scare me away. I'm gonna go in and try to figure out what all this stuff is. And hopefully we can tap in and do what we need to do. It does look like it's a custom build. I did look up on their website to see if there was any details as far as what the controller was and what all the wires are and wiring diagram, but there's nothing on their website. So my next video is going to be the 500-mile maintenance on the Ariel Rider Rideal. I'm at that point, so I'm going to show you guys how to maintain your bike and all the steps to do that. So stay tuned for that video. That should be releasing soon. And if you haven't already, go to my Facebook group. I will be posting behind the scenes photos and videos and interacting with everybody, and you can interact with me there and post videos and photos unlike you can with YouTube. So head on over there, check that out. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. I'll be releasing a lot more videos here in the near future. I hope you enjoy.